watching this video. Today I have a special guest. My friend Heidi is an aspiring makeup artist and she does an amazing job with makeup. So I invited her to do this fall look, which I think turned out so pretty.
Yes,
I love it.
I love it too. I started out doing something, or I wanted to do something like an everyday fall look, but as I kept adding things more and more, it kind of turns into like a glam evening fall look, and I really love it. So
yes.
It's awesome.
It's amazing. And if you guys can hear the rain outside, it's such a beautiful fall night. I love it. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get started with this tutorial. If you guys want to see how to achieve this look, please keep watching.
Hi guys, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So first I'm going to be using a moisturizer by MAC called Complete Comfort Cream. I'm going to put this all over her face because it's so important to moisturize, and it's for sensitive skin and smells really good. Next I'm going to be doing her eyebrows. I'm going to use Anastasia Brow Wiz in medium brown. First I'm going to make a line underneath her eyebrows, and I want these to look very natural, so I'm going to use light kind of like light strokes to make them look like natural hairs. I'm going to pull them upward, and I'm going to do it all throughout her eyebrow. I'm a perfectionist, so they have to be even too. Next, I'm going to use this really ugly sponge applicator thing to kind of clean up the eyebrows. So I'm going to use it with concealer, and I'm going to clean them up. And keep in mind guys, I am not a professional, so some of this stuff you don't have to use. You don't have to go find an ugly sponge applicator to clean up your eyebrows. Perfect. Now I'm going to be priming her eyelids before I put eyeshadow on. This is very important if you want it to stay on all day. So I'm going to use Urban Decay's eyeshadow primer potion, and it's the anti-aging one, so your eyelids won't be all wrinkly when you get older. I'm going to use my finger. I'm going to press it all over her eyelid. Next I'm going to use the MAC 224 blending brush, and I'm going to apply a base eyeshadow color. I'm going to use this light pink color called Yogurt. I'm going to apply it all over her eyelid. Some people like to do circular motions, some people like to sweep it across the lid. It really doesn't matter as long as it's all covered and you don't have any creases. I find that it's easier to blend the transition colors when you do this. So that's the reason why I apply the base color. Next I'm going to be using this color called Bamboo by MAC as our first transition color. And I'm going to kind of use circular motions and sweep it across her crease and a little bit up to her brow bone, but not all the way to the eyebrow. The next color I'm going to use is this shade that's a little bit darker than the first transition color. This is from the Jaclyn Hill's Morphe palette, and I'm going to use a MAC 217 brush to kind of put it into her crease and blend it. I'm not going to go over the first transition color though, because I just kind of want to deepen the transition and I don't want to overpower the first color. I'm going to take the 224 and blend it all the way out. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. I like to go over it again and again with the 224 and the 217, especially the 224 because I don't want any harsh lines. The next color I'm going to use is this beautiful Dusty Rose color, also from the Morphe palette. I'm going to darken the transition colors on the outer corner and then a little bit into the crease, but not all the way in. I'm going to blend that with the 224. And guys, I'm so sorry. I didn't do a close-up because I completely forgot. But the next color I'm going to use is that hot pinkish fuchsia color kind of thing next to my index finger. I'm going to use a 217 to put it into the outer corner, and I'm going to blend it like crazy because this is a really bright color and I don't want it to look like you're going to a rave or anything like that. I like to pack and blend, pack and blend. The last color I'm going to use on the outer corner is this beautiful like Merlot, brownish Merlot color. I'm going to use a 217 and kind of pack that into the corners on top of that bright fuchsia color because I want to kind of give it a deeper look. I don't want it to be so pink. What I'm going to put on her lids now is this pinkish shimmer color. I can use my finger because using a brush kind of makes it a little bit hard to pack the color in, but I do want to use a 224 to go over it and blend it into the colors I already have. Next, I'm going to be putting this really light shimmer color up into her brow bone to highlight. I love this color. It's absolutely gorgeous. Next, moving on to eyeliner, I'm going to use the MAC 226 eyeliner angle brush with the gel liner called Black Track from MAC. And guys, if you can't get this perfect right away, don't feel discouraged. It took me forever to get eyeliner right. I'm going to start on the outer corner of her eye, working inwards. I'm not sure if that's really how you're supposed to do it, but hey, I do what I want. Moving on to the face, I'm going to be using Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Foundation Primer. I really love this product because if you have oily skin, it keeps your foundation looking matte, or if you have really big pores, it kind of covers them and makes your foundation look flawless. I'm going to take some concealer after this, and it's going to be the Pro Longwear Concealer by MAC, and I'm going to use my finger to put it over any blemishes before I start putting on foundation. Moving on to foundation, I'm going to use a Pro Longwear foundation in the color NC40 along with the MAC foundation brush and a damp beauty blender that you can get at Sephora. I'm going to put this all over her face and I'm going to press the color in with the damp beauty blender. After I'm done with foundation, I'm going to move on to concealer. The same concealer that I used for the blemishes and a flat concealer brush from MAC. I'm going to make kind of an upside down triangle underneath her eyes and I'm going to blend it in with the beauty blender. To set the concealer, I'm going to use the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette in this middle light color, and I'm going to set it with this Sephora brush that I really don't like because the hairs get all over the face and I have to pick them off later, which is really annoying. Moving on to the contour part, I'm going to use this middle color, kind of like hot chocolate, and I'm going to darken the parts that I don't want to stand out very much. So I'm going to go underneath her cheekbones and on the temples of her forehead and on the top of her forehead, and it's going to make her forehead appear smaller. Next, I'm going to apply blush in the color Blush Baby from MAC with that same brush from Sephora, but I'm also going to blend it out with this giant brush from Bare Minerals. So I'm going to apply it onto the apples of her cheeks and blend it into the contour that I've already put on, and I'm going to blend it out with the big fluffy brush. I'm going to take the same 217 blending brush with the color that I used to contour her cheeks, and I'm going to contour her nose, putting it on the sides of the bridge of her nose. Next, what I like to do, but it's totally optional, I like to get the Studio Fix foundation powder and that same big fluffy brush. And I'm going to kind of use it to go over her entire face, and I feel for me it covers any harsh lines and it kind of makes your foundation look airbrushed. Next, I'm gonna finish her eyes with this MAC nude-ish pencil in Risque. I'm gonna apply it to her waterline, and I want her eyes to look really bright, so that's why I'm using this and not a black liner. I'm going to take the second transition color that we used, put it all underneath the bottom of her eyes, underneath the waterline. And then I'm going to take that bright fuchsia color and I'm going to blend that in with the transition, the second transition shadow that I used. I'm going to use the 224 to blend that all together. And then I'm going to take the 226 angle brush with that last Merlot color and set it underneath her waterline. Well guys, her camera stopped rolling after I could finish telling you what we did next, but I will tell you now. We took this Jaclyn Hill's Champagne Pop highlight from Becca and we put it on the top of her cheekbones. And I decided that I didn't really like how pink her eyeshadow was turning out, so I decided to mix this brown color called Embark from MAC and Carbon, which is a black color also from MAC, to the corners of her lids. And on her lips is my favorite lip combo. I used Half Red liner from MAC and Amorous, which is a beautiful dark pink color that is perfect for fall. And I put this on with a MAC lipstick brush. And this is the finished product. I absolutely am in love with it. You can wear it during the day, during the night, on a date, or if you're single, take yourself out because you look fabulous. I hope you liked my first tutorial. Go ahead and follow me on my Instagram, and thank you so much for watching.